one of the biggest questions I'm asked is, how did I get motivated? And that for me is such a personal thing where it's like, okay, this instance that occurred for me, it's not like I ate more protein or, you know what I mean? It like is wrapped up with my ideas of my wife and my desires for myself. And so like, I could say to somebody like, get yourself a good wife and like have the desire for a long life with her. But I like, that is a hard thing to take from myself and give to somebody. So I'm so excited. How do you get people fired up to do anything? You know what I mean? Like if somebody wants to be fired up, I would think, well, that's all it takes. You want to be fired up. So then you pump yourself up. But I don't think that is quite all it takes, if I'm right.
Well, it's interesting what you just said, actually, Ethan, because you anchored your change, it sounds like, in something bigger than yourself, your wife, right? In other words, it was definitely you wanted to make a shift, but you wanted to do it for the people that you love. In other words, you wanted to do it for something more than you. And I believe that, motivation essentially can be fleeting. So what sometimes, candidly, when people say, oh, you're a motivational speaker, to me, it's about behavior change that is sustainable. And so we have to anchor it in something bigger than us, something that aligns with our core values, something that matters deeply. And for me, we have to have a clear purpose and why we're going to make the change, because what you and I both know, when we're starting to make a big change or a shift in our lives, it's going to get hard. It's going to get really hard, and we're going to be tested, and we're going to be challenged, and we're going to be pushed, and we're going to have speed bumps and roadblocks. And if we don't have a really clear why relative to the shift that we want to make, I believe that it's not sustainable. And so that's in part why one of the reasons I wrote this book, Dynamic Drive, is because purpose is this red thread that can, in fact, help keep us motivated. It can help us unlock our purpose. Because here's the other thing that I think is interesting, Ethan. If the change that we want to make in our lives is only about reaching a particular outcome, a particular moment, an achievement, if you will, a certain weight maybe for you, a certain body mass, pick your sort of goal, if you will. If that's all that it's focused on, what do you do when you get there? In other words, it has to be so much deeper and wider than that, because sustaining change requires us to continue to pursue better every day, not just be focused on a particular goal, particular outcome. And we achieve along the way, but that isn't the whole focus. It can't be.